Hey yo, what is up guys, it's your boy Tway here, and this will be a video on Obrigard Hell Mode. Now as you know, on this round, healers have been banned, and that normally is one of the biggest problems that you can get. But guess what? We have one that will heal, that will cleanse, that will CC resist just about anything. I'm talking about a net. Now a net is a very necessary pick onto this team. And for starters, let's go over some mechanics of this boss. One would be he is going to summon skulls. They will either be magical or physical immune. And that means you gotta get a physical and a magical damage dealer. Now there are a lot of choices to go from, but I'm going over a few picks that would just get my attention. Now one of them would be Urzi, because Urzi has a slow startup, but once she does get the startup, if the skulls just pop, you can instant damage it with an S1. And as we're using Epis, and guess what? With her S3 onto the right damage, then you will be able to do that onto a magical damage dealer. Now, honestly, if you would have Artemia instead, I would actually prefer her, because her burst damage onto AoE is absolutely sickening. And I think in all fairness that you would need a less investment into a team like that. Now, why do you need to kill the skulls? Guess what? The moment the skulls are up, Obrigard will actually buff himself up, and every single skill, like he's doing now, he's basically killing off my whole team. I got so lucky on this round. Because the skulls are up, every damage that he does is amplified. But even more so if he does the breath move, which normally gives a maximum of 7 stacks. It will get up to 24 stacks. Now, why is this a problem? It will reduce your healing capacity. It will reduce a lot of your HP. Guess what? It will actually just kill your tanks off in one go. It's absolutely insane. So for that reason, you need to kill the skulls as fast as possible. Now, one of the key factors into a team like this would be Loman as well. Now, I only got him for one reason, and that would be, guess what? The breath that he's doing right now, get the 7 stacks, time it correctly, press the shield, and there is nobody dying at that point. Now, I build him in a very specific way, which I will be showing later on. But this is about everything that you need to know. Now there's 2 ways to get this boss, because right now we're not stunning him, and you can, but the problem with that is if you do stun him, his damage will amplify, his healing will amplify, and if you do stun him, he will just start healing immensely. Now for that reason, you can pick a Mora with healing reduction, you can pick Requina with a lot of healing reduction, you can pick Syria with a lot of healing reduction, and onto the first stun, yes, you can get yourself 0 heals. But if you do stun him 2 times, maybe 3 times, the healing will actually exponentially increase as well. And I kid you not, you either need to kill him as fast as possible, or you won't be able to outdamage his heal. So we went for a different tactic. We went for a no stunning team. Now the only one that provides the stun into this team would be Jane. Now Jane on her S1 is the only stun that has been provided, and a net with her S3 onto charge will stun as well. But if you look at it very closely, these stuns are not that amazing, but you need them for magic defense shred. So that makes up for most of the tactics of this boss. So there are multiple ways to get this. We talked over which characters do you get. Now if you guys have any other suggestions, please put them into the comments. Now let's just watch the view of us whacking this thing to death. Oh, little mention. For this round, I actually picked Esker, because Esker with his S2 will amplify both physical and magical damage. The same goes for Veronica actually, but I found that Esker is more sustainable. Just think of it like this. Veronica, her S2 can be on a cooldown. Even if you max her out, still will be on a cooldown. Now Esker, once he pops the S2, will just do damage. Only downside is, on the very start, you won't be doing as much damage. Alrighty, so for the too long didn't read, Very simple. This guy summons skulls, physical or magic damage team. Kill him as fast as possible. Once you got that, you can have either a very fast damaging team, which includes Crow, Celine, or everything that's popping him in one go. And if you do, you can get yourself a healing reduction team or a no stunning team, like we are doing now. And guess what? If you're getting a stunning team, get a lot of healing reduction, guys, because otherwise you will not be able to out damage him. I guess that's about it. Now let's go on to a kill. Alrighty, so for gear, we got a Jane, which actually had a 2-star feather. She was our main tank and she still didn't die. That was crazy. Now she had the S1 rights with extra magical damage, which is great, but she did not have the experienced fighter, the T1, which could include a lot more damage into the skulls early game. So we could have actually done this better. Now for Epis, he took the S3 light perk for extra damage, which is also necessary to kill the skulls ASAP, which is amazing. Now Krisha, in my opinion, is still one of those picks that is debatable, but she did add magical damage, which is great. She does have that perk that gives extra 30% crit damage, which is also amazing. And now we get up to Annette. Now she went for maximum cooldown reduction, amazing perk with the special bullet. So that means more healing and everything else. Now Esker, in all honesty, just a buffer. You don't even need him onto high investment. Of course it's fun if he does a lot of damage, but guess what? I did not even do all that much. Now Loman is very necessary onto this team. We got Solar Stone into experienced fighter, and guess what? If you hit AoE damage onto everything, everybody's getting the debuff onto experienced fighter, which is necessary. Also, the T5 Dark, amazing perk to give your whole team more M defense. And guess what? The main lady, and she is just a 2-star unique weapon, which is insane. So yeah, this is about the gear. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was Tweby. Peace!